Good afternoon. I'm Nicky Chambers, relatively recent Chief Executive of Origen Power, and despite being a serial ecopreneur with 30 years experience and a Master's in Environmental Technology, I had not clocked the scale and the role of the need for negative emissions technology. In all of the 1.5 Paris scenarios and pathways, and pretty much most of the 2-degree pathways, there's a requirement to take out of the atmosphere 700 gigatons of carbon dioxide. And there's an assumption in all of those assessments that we've got a way to do that. We do not have any proven scale technology to do that at the moment. However, which was what brought me to this, and there's something very fascinating to work on. Origen Power's patented technology, 2 patents in the bag, is bolting together, if you like, and manifolding together of 2 existing and proven technologies, so de-risking it to a good degree, using natural gas, which goes into a solid oxide fuel cell. About half the energy goes to production of electricity, the other half goes to high-grade heat, which goes into a calciner, which is a lime kiln to you and me, age-old technology, into which goes limestone, out of which comes lime, which goes into the economy and absorbs carbon dioxide. So the interesting thing about this process is that it's not a retrofit process, it's not a carbon capture from existing generation. It's actually about design for optimizing and producing 4 potential products, which I think is a very interesting option in a market where we're going to see great turbulence over the next 20 years. If we lead on electricity, for example, Bayes figures on levelized cost of electricity with the implications of additions of incurred carbon costs. Origen Power comes out significantly better than if we're competing with combined cycle gas turbines. But equally, if we look at a world where it's very difficult to predict the price of electricity, in some parts of the world it's much less than that, we have the option to play around with 4 different price levers in different situations. At the moment, there's no price for greenhouse gas removal, except in the States with a new tax credit called 45Q, which gives a tax credit of up to $50 a tonne for removing and storing carbon dioxide. But we believe that we can actually, if we take the price, market price for electricity and the market price for lime, for example, at the moment we get the other 2 for free. How does that pan out on a project basis? So we've done a great deal of modelling around a 25 megawatt plant. The commercials of that stack up. It costs about 36 million to build, takes about 2 years to build, has about a £9 million profit per plant with a 21% IRR, which looks quite good if you factor into that other considerations like subsidies, not wanting to chase subsidies, but if you factor those in, it looks even more attractive. There are a few competitors in the carbon capture space, but as I say, we're not absolutely a carbon capture. We're a new process, if you like, and we are not location constrained, so we don't have to be attached to an existing generating capacity. We have a low land footprint. We have a profitable model where we can deliver at $0 a tonne if we need to. There are a number of those who are operating, but at a considerably higher cost. So ooh, that's horrible. I'm sorry about that. The widescreen has muddied that splendidly. I'll just try and ignore that because it'll send you boss-eyed. Where are we in the development pathway? So we've had about £900,000 worth of grant investment to date, which has enabled us to develop the technology, look at markets. We have peer-reviewed papers around the techno-economic assessments, and we also have a machine that goes ping in Cranfield, a bench-scale machine in Cranfield, which shows that actually the technology works. We've been offered a £1 million grant from Bayes to develop the 400 kilowatt version of it, and that starts in August as a 32-month project. The stage after that will be a 25 megawatt, which is a good, the smallest of commercially interesting stage, first of a kind. Sorry, is that? Stop. Sorry, right. We have an amazing team, lots of them here. Our ask is we're doing a quick and dirty raise of 150k SEIS now, so anyone who's interested in SES, come and have a chat with us, and that will release the first tranche of the BASE grant. We'll be doing a fundraise later to release the rest of the grant in Q1 2019. We're on stand 58. Come and see us.